This week on Premier Preps, all kinds of league title implications, including Natomas and Casa Roble in the GEL, Folsom and Oak Ridge in the SFL, McClatchy and Antelope in the Metro League, and Rocklin and Del Oro in SFL Girls Soccer. Plus, we've got highlights from the 65th annual Optimist All-Star Football Game. You're watching Premier Preps. Welcome to another episode of Premier Preps. I'm your host, Nick Pecoraro. Thank you, as always, for hanging out with us on your Sunday. We appreciate you tuning in and subscribing and following along on social media. We've got a great show this week full of first place battles, win several league races, but we start on the hardwood, where the Casa Roble boys basketball team is the defending Golden Empire League champ, off to another great start this year at 17-3 entering the week. But the new kid on the block, the Natomas Nighthawks, who won the Greater Sacramento League last year and made a deep run in the section and state playoffs, are now in the mix, and they're looking to take the GEL by storm. Both teams came in at 4-0 on Tuesday night in Natomas. Most people probably expected Natomas and Casa Roble to come into Tuesday unbeaten in league, and that's exactly what we got. Control of the GEL at stake on Tuesday night. First quarter, Mano Jenkins going to work early and often for the Nighthawks. But Casa responds quickly as Mason Piercy finds Benny Ambrose down low for an easy deuce. But the Nighthawks weren't in a playing around mood on Tuesday. Alfred Wilkins fires from three. AP had 13 points on Tuesday. But the first quarter was all about this dude. Mano Jenkins had 12 points in the opening period, including this beauty of a step-back three. He is a walking bucket. The Rams with a nice sequence to close the first. Mason Piercy with the block and the save. Jared Alexander fires ahead to Ace Villegas, who's got eyes in the back of his head. Benny Ambrose gets the finish, but the Rams still trail by 6 after 1. Second quarter now, Natomas starts to show its depth. Kenara Heron getting in on the fun with the corner three. And then Mano Jenkins with a bullet pass with the left hand for Harold Beckwith under the hoop. And the Nighthawks start to create some separation. Casa trying to stay within striking distance. Mason Piercy with a nice off-balance finish and one. But the Rams still have some work to do, mainly because Mano Jenkins was deep in his bag like a grandma with a peppermint, and Natomas keeps the foot on the gas pedal. Back the other way, you can't give Benny Ambrose this much space or he will knock down a three in your eye. Benny Buckets had 22 to lead the Rams on Tuesday, but Natomas closes the half strong. Kobe Ruby with the three. If your name is Kobe, you better be able to get some buckets. And Natomas leads by 21 at the break. Third quarter, Ambrose going back to work, trying to keep his Rams close. But like a cheat sheet in an open note test, Natomas had an answer for everything on Tuesday. Mano Jenkins looking like Skip to Malou on this drive. Now Casa senior Moses Ogini with a nice turnaround J for the Rams. He had 14 on Tuesday. But don't blink because the Nighthawks push it right back up the court. Diego Villanueva had himself a nice night with 15 points and 3 triples. And how many different ways can Mano Jenkins score the basketball? Well, at least one more seems to always be the correct answer. 23 for Mano, and the Nighthawks cruise to a big win and stay the front runner for the Golden Empire League.
Our effort tonight was very good. Starting from the beginning of the game, our energy was just like one of the best we had this season. So, we just came out, wanted to be undefeated, stay undefeated, and lead, be the league leader, So we just have to come out strong.
Time now for our Big Picture Top 10 presented by LENIE'S Pictures. This local family-owned business has captured great action photos for more than a decade, and through Premier Preps has a great deal for you. When you visit LENIE'spictures.com, check for your game's photo gallery and use the promo code NP7 for $7 photo downloads. That's exclusive to Premier Preps. And so are the latest Big Picture Boys Basketball Top 10 presented by LENI'S Pictures. You want more league races? Well, we've got you. The girls' Metro League soccer standings has been spearheaded so far by 3 teams: McClatchy, West Park, and Antelope. Only one loss among all 3 of these teams, and 2 of them met on Tuesday afternoon. McClatchy looking to remain unbeaten, while Antelope trying to jump into a first-place tie and shake things up a bit in the Metro League. McClatchy holds a 1-game lead in the Metro League standings, but Antelope can hop into a first-place tie with a win over the Lions on Tuesday. Here we go. We start things off with a free kick from McClatchy's Natalie Barraza. It's online, but a great denial from Antelope goalie Olivia Egan. Full extension for the save. A nice play right there. But McClatchy has another try shortly to follow. Nia Johnson is all alone. She draws out the keeper and punches it home, and McClatchy takes a 1-0 lead 6 minutes into the game. On the other end, Olivia Richardson with a nice ball toward the goal, but no connection down low, and the Lions avoid trouble. For now, that is, because moments later, the Titans have another free kick, and Jada Smith puts an absolute bullet between the posts. She ordered up some extra cheese on that thing. We're all knotted up at 1 apiece with 15 minutes left in the half. But McClatchy responds. Ariana Dorton working her way down the far side. She crosses it toward the far post where Ofelia Lopez is there with the perfect timing, perfect placement, and McClatchy takes a 2-1 lead into the break. Second half, Titans on the hunt. Maddie Corey gives Neha Bailey a look, but the new Lions keeper, Layla Clark, is going to put a hex on that thing, and McClatchy's holding on to a 1-goal lead. But moments later, Jada Smith on a penalty kick this time for her second goal of the game. That one ties it up at 2-2 with about 17 minutes to play. But that was plenty of time for McClatchy to work its magic. Rebecca Jimenez on the free kick. Antelope tries to clear it, but Ofelia Lopez plays the rebound for her second goal of the day. That one would be the game winner, and the Lions stay unbeaten and in control of the Metro League race.
I love the team, I love the players, and they always hype me up, and it's pretty cool. They're all right there. But yeah, I think the way that we were working as a team and pinging the ball around and being kind of direct with our play. I think we have a couple things to clean up on, but other than that, I think we'll go far.
Time now to take a look at who is rising up into our latest Premier Preps Girls Soccer Top 10. Can't get enough high school sports in Sacramento? Well, Premier Preps has got you covered like no one else. You want game highlights? We got you. You want local insight? We got you. You want inspirational feature stories? We've got you. How about exclusive interviews with prominent players and coaches in the area? We got you. Scores, updates, top plays, and much, much more every Sunday at 5 o'clock during the high school season on YouTube. We look back at the week that was and keep you updated on who's got next. So follow along on social media and subscribe on YouTube to Premier Preps with me, Nick Pecoraro, because it's giving Sacramento high school sports the coverage it deserves. One of the best events throughout the sports year is the annual Optimist All-Star Football Game. For the past 65 years, not only has this game invited the top senior talent to participate, but it's also helped several local charities that benefit disadvantaged children. More than 6,500 people were in attendance last Saturday at Granite Bay High School for the 65th annual Optimist All-Star Football Game. The 65th annual Optimist All-Star Football Game, highlighting the best of the best from the senior crop of Sacramento football players getting to rock their school colors one last time at Granite Bay High School. Here we go. Shout out to my guys Ant and Dre at Shooting the Straight Sports for these first couple of clips. Ricky Cole of Indercombe punching it in to give the North an early 7-0 lead. But the South claps back as Dallas Munn of Destiny Christian in trouble, but he finds Stephon Johnson of Burbank. Did we just become best friends? Yep. 53 yards on the touchdown, and we are all knotted up at 7 at the break. North with the ball to open the third quarter, and there goes that man again, Ricky Cole. The CVC Offensive Player of the Year had more than 80 touchdowns in his career. He keeps it again, this time from 16 yards, and he reminds everyone that it's a Cole world.
My receiver blocked really well, and I just had to make one move, and I was in. I just pulled it and ran. The end stayed down. He crashed down because we ran the same play 3 times in a row, and I just pulled it and ran. It was a nice one.
It was a nice one. Down 14-7 now, the South tries to answer back. Joseph Brown of Liberty Ranch picks up a nice gain, but not much else doing for the South on this drive. North gets the ball back and drives all the way down to the 1, and 12 Bridges Braden Ward finishes the job. He led the section in rushing and led the state in touchdowns, so you knew he was going to find the end zone in the All-Star game. A huge year for Ward and the Rhinos. How about some defense now? Briggs Bevins of West Park had a big series right here. If one sack is good, then back-to-back sacks for a turnover on downs is even better. Briggs representing for the Panthers.
It was just amazing. It's just nice to be back out here. I really missed it. It was just the ability to compete with some of the best in the area. It was a great experience for me.
All right, this next kid was a late add to this game. Aiden Broadnax of San Juan gets a chance to show out for the Spartans. A big gain here sets up another score for the North. This time it's Derek Keeley of the Rocklin Thunder, feeling right at home in those blue jerseys. Over 1,000 rushing yards and 14 tutties for the Thunder this year. Go ahead and add an all-star score for Keeley, and it's 28-7 North. South trying to get something going here. Dallas Munn scrambling. He eventually finds his new favorite receiver in Burbank Stephon Johnson. Johnson had a nice afternoon for the Titans.
It felt good, let them know I'm from 3,500. Got to represent. Amazing. It's a lot of excitement running through. I was so hyped, juiced. I just wish they could have thrown me the ball more. I was really excited.
Same drive, Munn again under pressure, but this time he's picked off by Clifton Curry of the Foothill Mustangs. Over 100 tackles and 15 sacks this year, but he's never had an interception in his varsity career, and he finally gets his first in the Optimist game.
That belt, boy. Hey.
I don't know what he just said, but it sounded good. Anyway, that interception leads to this. A 32-yard touchdown run from the former Foothill Valley League MVP, Baylor Kelly of Placer High School. And for the second straight year, the North defeats the South 35-7 the final. Congrats to all who were chosen to be part of this elite game.
It's just a great way to finish my career, giving back to the community through charity, and it was all for a good cause.
As a football player, you know all the other kids in the city, right? So it was a great opportunity to just compete with and against everyone.
Optimist!
Folsom and Oak Ridge girls basketball have generally been the top 2 teams in the Sierra Foothill League standings for 7 of the past 10 seasons, and this year has been no different so far. The Trojans suffered a small setback against Del Oro earlier in the week, but they were looking to bounce back strong against Folsom, the top team in our Premier Preps rankings, on Friday in El Dorado Hills. It doesn't matter what sport, what season, Folsom and Oak Ridge is always a great rivalry. It's even better when just one game separates them from the top spot in the SFL. Here we go, first quarter, Dixie McClanahan getting the Bulldogs off to a hot start with 7 points in the first quarter. But the Trojans bounce back with a steal from Kendra Alameda. She gets it to Sophia Williams, who finds Ella Cottrell for the lay-in. A nice break right there from Oak Ridge. But Folsom's got a special core group of seniors, and here's one of them, Erin Bright, one of 5 four-year varsity players for the Bulldogs. And here's another one, Sophia Minderman. The UOP commit has one of the smoothest jump shots in the land, and Folsom leads by 12 after 1. But the Bulldogs have all kinds of girls who can shoot the three. Here's Lily Bingaman getting in on the fun. But Oak Ridge was in the three-point mood in the second quarter as well. Here's Ella Cottrell trying to spark a rally for the Trojans. And then how about Ava Edwards cashing in from the corner? And one more time for good measure, here's Leah Harris. The sophomore led Oak Ridge with 12 points in this game. But unfortunately for the Trojans, Folsom was just on one on Friday night. Ava Rollins drives, kicks it to the corner. It winds up with Lily Bingaman, and Lily Bing goes bang, bang. 4 triples on the night for Lily, and Folsom leads by 17 at the break. Third quarter we go, Trojans trying to make a run. Kendra Alameda dumps it inside for Ava Edwards. But here's where Folsom really takes the governor off. Sophia Minderman was one of 2 Bulldogs with 19 points on Friday, and here she is again. Man, her shots don't even bother touching the rim. It just felt like any time it left her hands, it was going in. Speaking of going in, check out Ava Rollins. That's giving Magic Johnson vibes on that assist to Dixie McClanahan. And then Ava again on the break. This time she's going to take it her own self. Coach Lynn Wolking said that she was going to put on a show for the Bulldogs this year, and Ava Rollins has been as advertised. And one right here, and she was not finished. Look at this pass. How she finds Erin Bright in the corner, we'll never know, but it sure is fun to watch. Speaking of fun to watch, how about one more Sophia Minderman 3? She had 5 of them on Friday. 11 total threes for Folsom, which wins big to stay unbeaten in the SFL.
I think the fact that, like, our camaraderie, we've all been playing together or playing against each other in some capacity since 2nd, 3rd grade, and just kind of growing up together and playing the game together since that young of age. We know how each other plays, and we know, who's hot, who's making shots that game, so it's just making sure we get them the ball and executing from there.
Time now for our big picture girls basketball top 10 presented by LENIE'S Pictures. Right now is the perfect time for spring teams and athletes to order their team and individual banners, custom yard signs, any sport, any school, any occasion. LENIE'S Pictures has got you covered. And Premier Preps has got you covered with our big picture top 10 girls basketball rankings presented by LENIE'S Pictures.
LENI'S Pictures is your go-to site for priceless photos and memorabilia. This local family business has captured great action shots for a decade, but there's so much more to offer with a personalized touch for team and individual photos, game day galleries, banners, yard signs, festive mementos for senior nights, team banquets, or even just to cheer your kid on at their games, all 100% custom made by LENI'S Pictures, any student, any season, any occasion. So make those memories last forever and visit LENI'Spictures.com and use the promo code NP7 for $7 photo downloads exclusively through Premier Preps. That's LENI'Spictures.com, your official photography sponsor for Premier Preps.
We've got some bonus girls soccer coverage for you this week, and it was a big one between the top 2 teams in our Premier Preps girls soccer rankings entering the week. Rocklin and Del Oro both came in at 6-0-2 in the Sierra Foothill League standings. The winner of Thursday's game in Rocklin almost certain to take that number 1 spot into next week. Del Oro and Rocklin on Thursday night. Thursday night's winner between Rocklin and Del Oro would take control of the Sierra Foothill League and very likely the top spot in our Premier Preps girls soccer rankings as well. Early in the first half, Rocklin on the hunt, Carly Larson with some nice moves down below, but she's met at the goal by D.O. keeper Rowan Wilson. Back the other way, D.O. with a free kick. Brooklyn Tannen going to give it a rip, but Rocklin goalie Eva Warda is up to task as well. Some good defense here from the Thunder. Del Oro's Macy Kirby trying to push it inside, but Rocklin's Rachel Jacobson is there to kick it away and avoid trouble. But the Golden Eagles wouldn't be held down long. Watch this play develop. Layla Hawkins inside to Macy Kirby. The quick touch outside to Anna Price. The perfectly placed cross finds Macy Kirby for the header. That was a thing of beauty, and Del Oro takes a 1-0 lead into the break. To the second half we go. Rocklin with a chance. Addie Norman forces the D.O. keeper out of position, but no Thunder players are there for the follow, and the Golden Eagles escape this possession unharmed. Rocklin going to take another crack at it. This time it's Isla Sieber, but Rowan Wilson once again has a lid on it, and she keeps Del Oro with a 1-goal lead. But the Golden Eagles add to that lead here. Layla Hawkins works it ahead for Macy Kirby, already with 1 goal on the night. Thank you, sir. May I have another? 2 goals on the evening for Kirby, and the Golden Eagles now lead 2-0 midway through the second half. There weren't many corner kicks in this game, but Rocklin made the most of theirs. Ella Johnson floats it in, and Carly Larson finds it unattended, and the Nevada Reno commit knows exactly what to do with it. All of a sudden, it's 2-1, but time is winding down on the Thunder. Larson's going to have another chance in the closing minutes. She's got one person to beat, but Del Oro's Ella Hyde says, "I'll take that, thank you very much." Del Oro with a 2-1 win to take the driver's seat in a loaded Sierra Foothill League.
Every game's like, it's a close game. We work really well together. So then once we got that, we kind of like knew that we wanted to win and like we were going to win. And then they came back fighting, but after that it was like still good. And it's like good to know that we can win and we can work together and score.
Time now to check out the latest Premier Preps boys soccer top 10 rankings. Infinite Performance Physical Therapy brings you our plays of the week every week here on Premier Preps. Injury prevention? Check. Surgery rehab? Check. Sports-specific training? Check. Dr. Janae Young and company have got you covered, so make sure to connect with Infinite Performance Physical Therapy. And don't forget, you can send me plays of the week nominees each week on social media. Just tag me with a short clip. Let me know what's going on with the play. If you've got a highlight-worthy play, we want to feature you on Premier Preps, even if I'm not at your game. Here's who we've got this week in our Infinite Performance Plays of the Week. We start with this sequence from Casa Roble. Mason Piercy with the block. He saves it for Jared Alexander, who flips it up to Ace Villegas, who dimes it off to Benny Ambrose for the bucket. Rams basketball at its finest. How about some footy? McClatchy's Ophelia Lopez off the beautiful ball from Ariana Dorton. Perfect timing from Lopez, who had 2 goals in the Lions' win. Another similar goal here. This time it's Del Oro's Anna Price with the good feed and Macy Kirby with the good deed. Kirby had 2 goals in a win to keep the Golden Eagles unbeaten in the SFL. And speaking of unbeaten in the SFL, how about the Folsom Lady Bulldogs? Ava Rollins with a no-look dime to Dixie McClanahan. The Bulldogs are just rolling. And this one sent in from IG, Ripon Christian's Amos Cady goes off the glass for an alley-oop to Walker Postma. I didn't know Ripon Christian could freak it like that. And that is your Infinite Performance Play of the Week. That's it for episode 23 of Premier Preps. Thank you so much for spending some time with us every Sunday. We had some great games this week, and we're going to have even more next week as we get down to the nitty-gritty of the basketball and soccer seasons. Premier Preps has the Sacramento area high school sports scene covered like no one else. We'll see you next week. I'm Nick Pecoraro.